Hi, I'm Mark from easylawnmowing.co.uk and this is the COBRA MX51S40VX cordless lawnmower. In this video, I'm going to take a look at its features and functions. I'm going to show you how to assemble it. I'll go over the specifications and we'll test everything out here on my lawn. By the end of this video, you'll know whether this is the right cordless lawnmower for you and your lawn. Okay, so before we take a closer look at this cordless lawnmower from COBRA, we need to get it unboxed. So let's do that now. Let's see what comes supplied in the kit. We'll get the mower assembled. I'll go over the specifications quickly and then we'll test the mower out. Okay, so let's jump in. Let's get it unboxed. Okay, so that's our COBRA mower unboxed. So what do you get supplied in the kit? So naturally you're going to get the mower itself and I'll tell you a little bit more about that in the specifications, but first impressions, absolutely amazing. This is a heavy mower. This is 30.4 kilograms without the batteries, so really good quality steel deck here. And just my first impressions of the mower, really good. So I'll go over the spec of that a little bit later. You've got your grass catcher box here, which is a hybrid box, so solid top, solid bottom with a mesh side. That's 60 litres, a whopping 60 litres on that grass catcher. This is a 3-in-1, so you cut and collect in the catcher. You've got side discharge, so side discharge chute included, and also the mulching plug included as well. Great to see that there's a mulching option with this mower. So in terms of batteries, you get 2 batteries. So these are the new batteries. This is the new range of mowers from COBRA. So this is the Max Plus battery, 40 volts, and you get 2 of them provided, and they're 4 amp hours each as well. So whopping 4 amp hours and 40 volts. So this mower is a 40 volt mower, so it will use 1 battery at a time. So you can just put 1 battery in this mower and run it. It doesn't double up to make that 80 volt. There is an 80 volt version of this mower. It has a rear roller, but this is the 40 volt. So you can put both batteries in, and what will happen is it will switch batteries. So once 1 battery is depleted, it will automatically switch over to the next battery, and I'll be testing the runtime out here as well to see how much you get out of these 2 batteries. You also get a charger included. This is the 4 amp charger, so this is the fast charger, but you only get a single charger with the 2 batteries. You do also get a user manual here that just shows you the assembly, but I'm going to do the assembly here just to show you how easy it is to do. But it is very simple, the assembly. Really, it's just putting the handle on the grass box and the upper handles to the lower bars of this mower, and that is it. Okay, so that's what you get supplied in the kit with this COBRA mower. Okay, so let's get the COBRA assembled now, and I'll show you how easy that is to do. So you don't need any tools specifically for the mower itself, but you do need a Phillips screwdriver or cross-headed screwdriver for the grass catcher, because we're going to screw this handle down onto the box. But again, I will show you that in a moment. So the first thing to do is just to put the upper bars to one side. So I'm just going to put them at the back here, and then I'm going to raise these lower bars here, and you can see that they lock into position, and this is going to be great for storage. But again, I'm going to show you how they fold down and how you can vertically store this mower as well. So what we're going to do is just turn this red catch here just to release the bars on both sides, and then that allows us to bring the bars up like so. So I'm just going to put them into a position, and you can see here that you have 3 holes, so you can have 3 different positions that you have this to get the mowing angle just right, and that's going to be fantastic for your posture, getting your posture right. So it's really nice to see there that you can adjust this. I'm just going to put it on one of the settings. I'm just going to put it on that upper setting for now. So when you're doing that, just make sure that you have them both in the same position. So if you're in the upper position, both sides need to be in the same hole. Okay, so that's the lower bars in position, and that's essentially how you're going to fold them down when you finish using the mower. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to offer up the bars here onto the upper bars onto the lower bars. So what we need to do is just get these undone here, and we're going to push the bolts from the inside out, and then we're going to just screw up these quick release levers on the outside with the washer. So what I'll do is I'll get those unscrewed and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so I've got my bolts out now and my quick release levers. So what I'm going to do is just now offer the upper bars to the lower bars. Just make sure that you don't trap this cable. I'm going to run it underneath because there is a little hook for you to hook it onto. and then you just put the bars, the upper bars onto the lower bars like so. Line up the hole. So remember, the bolt comes from the inside out like so, and then you just pop on your washer, and then your quick release lever goes on, screws on, okay, like so. And then what I find best to do is to do it up to the tightness that you want, where it's down, and then you can release off, and you can just have that at the perfect tension there on your bars to keep them in place. You can also just do it up a little bit more like so. So that now you can see there it's just perfect in terms of doing up and releasing. So underneath here you have a little hook here to hold your cable. So I'm just going to pop that in. Not sure if you can see that. So just underneath here, and then that just hooks in like so to keep your cables. And then you have another cable tidy here, which you just unclip and then pop on like so. So that's now keeping that cable tidy. Okay, so I'm just going to do the other side, and it's exactly the same. So the bolt comes from the inside out, so just line up the hole there, pop the bolt through, then your washer goes on, and then your quick release lever again just screws on like so. Okay, and that is essentially it. Again, you can quick release and then just lock that nice and tightly into place. And again, I'm just going to use the cable tidy here, clip that just goes onto the bars, just keeps everything nice and neat and tidy. And that is it. That's the mower now assembled. So all we need to do now is the grass catcher, which I will show you how to do now. Okay, so that's our mower now assembled. So all we need to do now is just put the handle on the grass catcher, and essentially we're ready to go with the mower then. So all you do is you take this handle here, and you have a piece at the back with a hook, and that just goes into the hole here at the back like so. And then you slide it forward into position. And then what you do is you come from underneath with the screw, and you just essentially screw that end of the handle to the actual grass catcher itself. So I'm just going to just show you that up close there so you can see, and then just take a screwdriver, cross-headed screwdriver, and then just do that up. Okay, and that's it. That's now your grass catcher fully assembled. So all we need to do really is just take these protective caps off of the end here. They're just for transit, and then it just reveals this hook, which allows you then just to clip this grass catcher onto your mower. Okay, so I hope you could see there just how easy this mower is to assemble. Very, very straightforward, very simple. Okay, so we've got it assembled. Let's go over the specifications. So this is the MX51S40VX cordless lawnmower. So what does that mean? So the MX means that it's a lawnmower. It doesn't have a rear roller, because if it had a rear roller, it would start with RM. So you can get this model with a rear roller. It is an 80 volt, and it's great to see that this Max Plus range of mowers from COBRA now have those with dedicated rear rollers. But I love this one because it's got the larger rear wheels, and this is going to be great as a petrol alternative. If you're looking to go over from petrol to battery, then this could well be the mower for you. So the MX stands for mower, the 51 stands for the deck size. So this is a 51 centimeter deck, or a 20-inch deck, so it's big. This is the biggest in the range, a really good sized deck here. And this is a steel deck as well, a lovely steel deck, and it's so great to see. So in terms of the S, this is self-propelled. The S in the model number means that it's self-propelled. And then you've got the 40VX. So this is a 40 volt, and you get 2 batteries provided here. And it is part of the Max Plus range of mowers. So these are new for late 25, early 26. This is a new range of mowers from COBRA in terms of their battery technology. So why is this battery technology so good? Well, because it has detection in it, auto detection in it. So this battery will know what it's plugged into. It will know whether it's plugged into a mower, into a leaf blower, into a grass trimmer, and it will adapt its power accordingly, which is absolutely fantastic. So I'm so pleased to see that COBRA have come out with this range of tools that you can power share this battery with. So you can buy bare tool as well, so you could go out and buy a leaf blower and put this battery in and it will work no problems whatsoever, and it will auto detect that it's now in a leaf blower, which is great technology from COBRA. So 2 batteries. So what happens, you put both batteries into this mower, and it doesn't mean like some other mowers that it's going to double up on the 40 volts to an 80 volt. It is going to use these batteries independently, and it will automatically switch from one battery to the other battery when this battery is depleted. So 4 amp hour batteries each, 40 volts. Unlike the 80 volt one, which will use both batteries together, this will use batteries independently. So you can just put one battery in here, a single battery, absolutely no problems. Naturally, that's going to reduce your runtime, but you can just use the one battery. You also get your charger here provided. You only get a single charger, but that is a fast charger, so that's really good to see. So that's the 4 amp charger. There is a 2 amp charger, which is a slower charge, but this one came with the 4 amp charger, which is the fast charger. Okay, so in terms of the grass catcher, so this is a 3-in-1 mower, which means that it can collect the grass cuttings as you would expect. It also has the mulching plug supplied, which is great to see that that's provided. Some brands, that's an optional extra that you have to pay for, but it comes provided with a kit. And you've got that side discharge as well. So really has those 3 cutting options. So this really truly is a mower that can replace your petrol mower. And it's going to just be fantastic in terms of being cleaner. It's going to be less ongoing costs. It's going to have no fuel storage, no fuel to drain down at the end of the year, stale fuel and that kind of problems, no starting issues. So the grass catcher box, 60 litres, a really good size for this deck. You're going to need, this is a 51 centimetre deck or 20-inch deck, so having a good size grass catcher is essential, and a 60 litres is a great size. You also have a grass flat fall here, so that you know when this is down that the grass is going to need to be emptied from here. So this is my preferred option. Having this hard top stops all of that dust and debris being thrown up into the operator's face, but you've also got the mesh sides there to give you that good circulation, and we'll be testing to see how well this picks up later. As I mentioned in the assembly, you can adjust these handles, the angle of the handles, and getting a good posture whilst mowing is really essential. So it's great to see that COBRA have included that, and it's so easy to adjust as well. So all you do is you just twist these red knobs on each side, and you can see there that I have 3 different positions that I can lock this into. So as I mentioned earlier, just ensure that they are locked into the same position on each side. I prefer to have mine quite high, so I'm going to have that up on position 3. Like so, and you can see there it just locks in, super simple. The other great thing about this mower is it will fold flat at this point here at the midpoint and at the lower point, and you can see these pieces sticking out here. This is going to give you vertical storage as well, again reducing that storage down. Grass box folds down really nice and small as well, but again I'll be showing you that a little bit later. So in terms of cutting heights with this COBRA, you're getting 7 cutting heights. Yes, 7 cutting heights, ranging from 25 millimeters up to 75 millimeters. And you have this single handle here. Again, just little touches like this, a nice rubber piece here as well, just gives this mower a really good solid feel. And it's super simple to adjust. So you just essentially just adjust that up like that, and I hope that's coming across just how easy that is and just how well that locks into position as well. So you're not going to go over a bump. This is going to fly out and it's going to scalp your lawn. It really does lock into position very nicely and feels really solid as well. I do love the fact that you have these really large rear wheels as well, much larger, and that's going to make maneuverability on uneven terrain, on hills, so much easier. So on paper, this mower is looking absolutely fantastic. It feels fantastic build quality. If we come up to the handles here, I'll just show you on top here, just again, how that quality continues. So you've got a really nice padded handle here. So some mowers I've tested, they just leave a metal bar here. It's cold, it's uncomfortable, it's not absorbing any vibration. But COBRA have included a really good, solid, nice, comfortable padded grip here with ergonomic ergonomic handles. You have your bar here, so you have your starter bar running right across the bars, so that's going to be great for holding this both left and right handed and going around left and right handed corners whilst keeping the mower going. Your self-propelled drive here again is at the back, just making everything nice and comfortable and nice and easy to maneuver there. You have your starter switch here as well, your safety switch, which you will need to press in order to engage the motor, the mower, and also the self-propelled drive. Okay, so I've turned the mower over just to show you underneath the deck, and you can see here just the size of this deck, 51 centimeters, 20 inches. This is a big deck, and what's great to see is it's nice and smooth here, the deck itself, so that's going to make it really nice and easy for cleaning. The other great thing that I've noticed here is the deck comes out level with the wheels, and that's going to really help to get up close to those edges if you have walls or fences on your lawn and you need to cut up close. So that's going to give you a nice cut up to the edge there as well. Okay, so that's pretty much it in terms of the underneath the deck. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing then is testing this mower out on my back garden here, on my back lawn, which is around 450 square meters. I have a smaller lawn here as well, and a lawn at the front. So combined, that's going to be around 550 square meters. So what I will be doing is testing the batteries out to see how much of that it will cut on one charge, and if it cuts it all, we'll see how much is left in the batteries. So I've got my batteries fully charged, we're ready to go, the mower's assembled, we're ready now to go out and test this and see how well it does. So we'll test both the cut and collect, the mulching and the side discharge, and we'll be seeing how well the runtime is on this mower as well, and what kind of a cut it gives. Okay, so that's it, let's go out, let's give this a test. If you would like to see a full review of this COBRA cordless lawnmower, then head on over to the easylawnmowing.co.uk website. There's a full review, there's comparison tables, there's helpful articles, and possibly even discount codes as well to help you save on this mower. So head on over now to the easylawnmowing.co.uk website. Okay, so we've come out to my lawn now to give the mower a test. So as I mentioned, I've got about 450 square meters here and about another 100 square meters at the front and the side there. So I'm going to see how much runtime we get out of these two 40 volt 4 amp hour batteries. I am going to be using the self-propelled drive as well, so naturally that's going to be using more battery as well, but it will give you an idea on what this mower is designed for and how long you're going to get. Naturally you can buy additional batteries for this mower and a charger as well if that's what you want to do, if you want to extend the range of this mower. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the grass, I'm going to try the mulching, and I'm also going to try the side discharge as well. So in terms of cutting height, because I'm often asked what height did I cut at, so naturally you don't want to cut more than 1/3 off at any point in time in any single cut, but what we want to do is test this mower out to see how well it cuts. So I've got it on position 2, the second lowest position. If that is a little bit low, then I'll raise it up. Also worth noting, the grass is wet. It's very, very damp grass. We haven't had any rain, but there's this dew on the grass, so there's a lot of moisture there. But again, it will be a good test to see how well this picks up. I also have lots of leaves on my front lawn as well, so we'll see how well this picks the leaves up as well. Okay, so let's get on, let's see how well it performs. Okay, so I've just done 5 or 6 passes now up the lawn, and having that wide cutting deck really makes quick work of cutting this lawn here. So remember, this is 450 square meters. In terms of the speed, really fantastic speed. It's not too slow that you're just wishing that the mower would go that bit quicker because you want to get the job done, and it's not too fast where you just feel that mower is just running away from you. Really good speed pace there. Also, I don't know whether you could hear on the camera there that the motor was stepping up. So as soon as the grass got that little bit longer, that motor would step up, that power would step up. It would sense that the grass is thicker or denser, and it would step up that power to cut it and then drop back down again. Again, dropping back down quite quickly to preserve the runtime of the battery. Really, really impressive. And as I mentioned, the grass there, as you can see, it's all sticking to the wheels, is quite damp. The grass is quite damp. In terms of picking up, let's have a look. So I can see it's picking up well because it's not leaving anything on the actual lawn itself. But if we have a look at the cuttings there, you can see that it's pushing the cuttings right to the back, which is great. And again, you can see that it's cutting really nicely, and you can see how wet it is there. But it's all going to the back, even this wet grass going to the back. This is going to fill up nicely, and it's really doing a fantastic job so far. So I'm now going to try out the side discharge. So in order to do that, take your grass catcher off and pop in your mulching plug, and then clip on your side discharge chute. So lift up the flap, hook it under. Okay, and let's see how well that side discharges. So I have raised the height up a little bit because the grass is here quite a bit longer. So I'm on position 3 there. I hope you could see there how well the side discharge chute did. It's left this track here of cut grass. Again, as I said earlier, this is quite damp, very damp grass, and it's done a fantastic job there of not clogging up under the deck, and it's spat it out the side really nicely. The other point worth noting is how well it's cut this long grass. This is extremely long grass here, and it's cut into it very, very nicely. The power stepped up to deal with that longer grass, and it had no problem dealing with it, and no problem getting the grass cuttings out of the deck there and putting it in this line. So if side discharge is your thing, you want to use that method of cutting, then this mower does it very, very nicely. So I'm now going to give the mulching a try, and it's probably not a good day to do it because as I mentioned, the grass is quite damp. And really you need good dry conditions for mulching. And remember, we're only taking a small amount off when we're mulching as well. But let's give it a go. Let's see how well it does. So I've got my grass catcher off. I've got my mulching plug in. I'm going to remove my side discharge chute now, and that is now ready for mulching. So in terms of the height, I'm going to set this at number 2. So the second lowest height that we're on there, and let's see how well it mulches. So in terms of the mulching, the mower has done really, really well. It's cut it into really fine pieces. As I said earlier, the conditions are not great for mulching. It is all quite damp. So do make sure it's nice and dry and you're cutting regularly if you are going to mulch. But the mulching plug works really, really well with this mower. The circulation is good and it's cutting it up into really nice fine pieces and depositing them back down into the lawn. So another question that I'm always asked is how well this cuts on long grass. So as you can see here, we've got some really long grass, and I'm going to show you how well it cuts. And what you should hear is that motor stepping up its power to deal with the longer grass here. So I'm going to have it in the mid position, position 3, which is really taking off more than what you should be if you're cutting a lawn. But I just want to show you how powerful this mower is. So if you're considering this over a petrol mower, for example, and you're worried about its performance, this will give you an idea on how well it cuts. Okay, so let's give it a go. Okay, so I hope you could see there how well this mower performed, this COBRA mower. Absolutely fantastic. But with all my reviews, I do go over the pros and cons and give you my honest opinion on these lawnmowers. So let's get the cons out of the way first. So the first thing is you can't self-propel this mower on its own. It just doesn't work. You have to have the blade running as well. So some mowers, you're able to just engage the drive. So if you want to get this from A to B, using the drive, you can. With this one, you're going to have the blade running, so you're going to have to put this up onto the highest setting, and then you're going to have the blade running while you're using the self-propulsion to get, say, from your shed to the lawn that you want to cut. But having said that, it wheels very easily. You've got these really large rear wheels. It free runs very nicely as well. So it wasn't an issue for me just to wheel this to the front lawn, but it's just something to be aware of. The other thing is you only get a single charger with this. So it is a fast charger. So I estimate my battery charged in just under an hour. But you only get a single charger, but it is a fast charger for those two 4 amp hour batteries that you have in here. And that really is it. That's the only cons. But remember, even with that charger, you can run this on a single battery. You don't need 2 batteries in here, even though it has the 2 slots. You can run it on a single, hence the reason why you're only getting that single charger. What about the pros then of this mower? Well, the first thing is the quality, the build quality from COBRA. This is a metal steel deck, really nice to see on a cordless mower, a steel deck. So if you're thinking of moving over from petrol, you are getting that great steel deck. It is a heavy mower, it's 30.4 kilograms, and that's without the batteries. But that's what you want. You want a solid mower that's going to last. And I'm so pleased that COBRA have come out with this new range of Max Plus range of mowers. You can see there, this is the Max Plus battery. And there's a whole range of tools that you can power share this with as well, and it will detect what tool it's in. So if it's in a hedge trimmer, it will know. In a leaf blower, it will know. So this is a new range of mowers. So I've had my COBRA mower here, my old COBRA here. I've had it for many years, and I absolutely love this mower. This is my mower of choice, this COBRA. However, COBRA don't make this mower anymore. They stopped producing it. I think it was probably about 10 months ago now, and I get so many emails from people saying, where can I get this mower? Where can I get this mower? Because they love the steel deck and they love the build quality. But you couldn't get it. Once it was discontinued, it was finished. But now COBRA have come out with this new Max Plus or VX range of mowers. You can now get that mower, equivalent of that mower, with the dedicated rear roller, with the steel deck, and you can now get that, which is absolutely fantastic news. So build quality is great. Cut quality, I hope you could see there the performance, did it really well. So in terms of how much you're going to get, how much you're going to be able to cut out of this, so I've cut 500 square meters here, and I still have a little bit of charge in the battery. So And these conditions are difficult. This was very, very damp conditions. You could see that really sticking to the deck, and it was long as well. You're not going to be cutting that amount off in any one go. So I would estimate that if you're just doing a normal, regular, fortnightly cut of your lawn, you're going to get 600, 650 plus square meters of coverage. Really great coverage with those two 4 amp hour batteries. Another great thing is this is 3-in-1. So remember, you've got the side discharge, worked really well. If you like that, I don't use side discharge at all. I do mulch though, and the mulching in these really damp conditions worked very, very well. You also have the cut and collect. It picked up amazingly well. I'm just going to show you the bag here. So I've just finished cutting the leaves in the front, and you can see this grass catcher is literally full to back to front. And some grass catchers that I've tested, they fill up at the front, they leave big gaps at the back. They don't push the grass to the back and fill up the complete 60 litres. But this has done an absolute fantastic job of filling that grass catcher. Really, really impressed with that. And I hope you can see there how well it picks the leaves up as well. So get a leaf blower, a COBRA Max Plus leaf blower, blow all your leaves onto the lawn and pick them up using the mower. Fantastic way of clearing the leaves from your garden. Okay, so the other great thing about this mower is the vertical storage there. You can see how well it reduces down the space. Remember that grass catcher folds flat as well. You can vertically store this mower. Just everything about this mower speaks quality. You can adjust the handles there very, very easily just by twisting these here like so and adjusting the angle of those so you can just get the perfect posture for mowing as well. You've also got that great range of cutting heights, 7 cutting heights with this one, from 25mm to 75mm. That's going to cover pretty much all of the seasons that you want to cut, the different heights that you want to cut. And remember, you have that 3-in-1 option as well, the mulching, the side discharge and the cut and collect. So everything packed into this mower. So remember, there is now a whole range of these mowers, these COBRA mowers, the Max Plus mowers available, different size decks, 46 centimeter, 41 centimeter, with rear roller, without rear roller. I really do like these larger rear wheels. It's made it really easy to maneuver, especially on the smaller lawn I have on the side there. Even though this is a big mower, 51 centimeters, I could still maneuver it very, very nicely with those larger rear wheels. You're also going to get a 2-year warranty with this mower, domestic warranty with this mower as well. So that's going to give you peace of mind as to how well these mowers are going to last. But I can vouch for them because I've had my other COBRA mower for many, many years and it's still performing as well as the day I bought it. I hope you found this review of this COBRA cordless lawnmower useful. If you did, could I please ask that you click the thumbs up button below this video, and why not subscribe to my channel as well? You will need to click that bell icon if you want to get notifications of any future videos that I do. Why not head on over now to the easylawnmowing.co.uk website, where there's a full review of this mower, comparison tables, helpful articles and even discount codes as well. So head on over now to the easylawnmowing.co.uk website. Thanks very much for watching this video review, and I'll see you in the next one.